What's going on, guys? Who's Tunde here? Welcome to another episode of Afrobeats Weekly, your podcast about African music on the continent and the diaspora. How is everyone doing? Another week, another podcast episode. Welcome to the best music podcast on the planet. It's the Afrobeats Weekly podcast. And if this is your first time listening, welcome. Shout out to our day one listeners as well. People follow us from SYBT Como, so I always forget. So shout out to day one SYBT turned Afrobeats Weekly fans. We appreciate the love. Thank you for making us part of your week. This is the podcast on all things Afrobeats. We got you on, and just name it. It's the news or topic or every albums or reviews or anything about that reviews. They have, when they say time will tell, you can always just come back and say, what did these guys say about the song? They're right. They're wrong. And 99.9999% of the time, the guys are always right. So, so welcome. Before we get into today's episode, I need you guys to please rate and review this episode of the podcast. Engage with us, helps us grow, helps us notice. Tweets, WhatsApp, Facebook, anything, just engage. Drop something. So as you're listening from your favorite app right now, leave us that 5-star rating and comment. We'd appreciate it. On today's episode of the podcast, we've got that Full-Time Job album by Phyno on deck. We've also got By Any Means album by Minz, and as usual, new songs, Turntable chats, eliminate, all that other good stuff. How was your week? What's going on?
Yo, what up?
I'm good. I can't even remember how my week was.
Yo.
It was so uneventful. Just normal music stuff, listen to music, watch series, do adulting stuff. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Yo, man, it's a typical week in life of,
the life of the average male Nigerian that is just trying to get by.
Just moving. How's T-Pain, man?
Yeah,
Yo, man, first of all, that thing is killing me. How they calling him T-Pain.
Oh, how's that? I'm sure T-Pain was just like, wonder what's the spike in my algorithm?
Yo, why's my name trending?
Why is trending? Oh, yeah. Well, T-Pain has gone to the UK to rest. So leave us all in the game for that. We're gonna handle the country on like.
Goodness.
Yeah, I think other than that, it was just mostly, me being on the internet, listening to albums and stuff like that. While being on the internet, Wiz and David, Wiz kept us, kept us entertained. I'm pretty sure, like, I'm 100% sure everybody listening to. Okay, not 100% sure. Some of them might be on that rock, but yeah, Wizkid was tweeting at Davido. Was really, really going ham this time. I don't know. I'm sure he caught the tweet. So, what do you think about this?
First of all,
rant?
Unlike everybody else.
Yeah.
So, unlike everybody else, I just saw one and I moved away. I am not the person. I'm truly not the person.
I know that feeling. Yeah.
I'm not the person to care. And this is why I don't care about this thing. Every single post about any one of them, anywhere online, once I sometimes I might just want to even comment. But once I just go into the comments and just see, the comments are always a cesspool. That's why I hate anything on three of them.
I feel you.
I don't know when it got to this. I can't tell you exactly when in the timeline of this craziness that we're living in.
Bro.
That you could just nobody can just comment anything on any of them without everybody guns coming out. Pretty much that's it. So
it's just crazy.
It's hyper fandom. That's why I call it. It's hyper fandom, and I don't understand why people call them daddies or papas.
Bro, hyper fandom.
That's another weird thing. I don't understand.
Sense to me, almost I don't know, and I'm like, do you people not grow? Okay, okay, like maybe 5 years ago, 10 years ago, you were probably like 19 years old, and you're on Twitter, and you're okay, I'm standing this one, I stand this one. Don't you grow? So I think it was fun the first few times, like those first few rants, where they were calling each other frog, this one, that one, it was bands, it was interesting. Oh, like 01, 02, or whatever. Both guys were going at it, brother to enter, tweet something. It was fun, but now to me, it's just played out. Do I believe it's part of a rollout? A little, but it's deeper. It looks like it's deeper than that now. Seeing him tweet like 2 straight days. So at some point, so if not just because I'm a born, I like to just find out. So I was just like, I was like, boring. What next? What's this one here? Yeah. What I thought, that is this. What I this. Then they will now come. People now abuse no more. I'm like, come on. What? Anyway, that's what people say. Oh, Kendrick and Drake were beefing. You guys loved it. You're hip hop head. But this ain't Kendrick and Cole. And all they did was just drop songs. So,
Fam, at the end of the day, it was through the music and it was the fans fighting. So the one that, exactly. So please don't take that angle.
Between them. I think it's just boring now. And I like the fact that I think for now, that the video hasn't really replied. So maybe when this one just talks, we'll just maybe ignore.
I mean, he's on a rollout, man. He's on a rollout. He ain't got time to respond now. Come on. Let Puma execs not start saying, "Hey, what's going on here?" Please. On the rollout now.
It's bored. There's nothing any of them can say that it's going to be like super. Oh shit, you guys are. It's just boring now, man. They should just wrap it up and just give us music.
That's the key word there. Wrap it up. Now, exactly. Now, another thing, just put it out there. If anybody just comes in the comments, be like, "Yo, man, what did you say about it?" Yo, I don't care.
Bro.
I know who my dad is. I know who my father is. You should also go, focus on your dad and your father. So let's just put it right there.
Anyways, let's move on from 01 and 02 to 01, however they want to call themselves. Let's move on to Rolling Stone's best album of 2024 so far list.
Let's go.
The Afrobeats albums that made the list. No surprises here, if I'm being honest. You have Starr the Year 2021, Rema's Heis, Tems Born in the Wild, and Tyla by Tyla. Any surprises? Any additions?
Absolutely no surprises. I mean, I would say for the numbers, these are the biggest. These are the biggest.
I think numbers and kind of even I think maybe only Rema's Heis, I'd say, didn't really transition to more, maybe in some parts, or maybe because it's already a big star out, whatever it is it drops, you just
exactly. Rema's already a big name.
Already on everybody's radar.
It doesn't matter exactly. It doesn't matter what he drops. Yeah. It's gonna do his numbers outside. So, but besides that, yes, these are the big. How would you say over the pond, across the pond? These are the ones that made it. So
right.
I can see that.
Okay. Still in the spirit of Nigeria's independence that happened October 1st. Apple Music revealed the names of their all-time top Nigerian artists, songs, and albums on the platform globally, alongside top Nigerian artists on Shazam, achievements of Nigerian musician. Top 10 Nigerian artists on Apple Music. Number 10. Let me go from 10 to 1.
First of all, we don't need to mention 3, so we don't mention the top 3. Let's leave them out of this.
Alamide, Buju, Fireboy, Omale, Tems, Asake, Rema, and the big 3. Top Nigerian artists on Apple Music. No, I don't think I see it. So I see.
I was surprised that CK wasn't on the list.
Yeah, especially when we get to the songs part, I think that's where.
Yeah, I was surprised CK wasn't on the list.
I think Apple Music. I don't know if it's on one side it's good that they don't really reveal their numbers publicly, and on the other side it's not really. So they can just come up with something and say, okay, this is our own list, and everybody's like, but how did you get to this? So they don't show us any they don't show us any algorithm, they don't show us no list, they don't show us no numbers. They just say, okay, this is the top 10, and you just have to believe it. Case in point, these songs we're about to get to, Let me just read this one's top Nigerian songs on Apple Music. Calm Down by Rema and Selena Gomez. Last Burna Boy, Essence, Wizkid and Tems. Free Man by Tems. Ye by Burna Boy. Ye Location by Burna Boy. Calm Down Rema. Rush Ayra Starr on the Low Burner. Come Closer, Wizkid featuring Drake. And like you said, where CK Loves Quantity on this, like one of the biggest songs to ever come out of this place. And I'm looking at some songs and I'm like, I know this song can be bigger than CK numbers wise. So it's kind of like, I'll just be looking at it like, how did we get here?
But which one don't you think wasn't bigger than CK number wise?
For example, Rush. I know it's big, but it can't be as big as given like when it came out, when CK Zone came out, the length and the time frame. And I don't know. I know Free Mind was huge too, but is it bigger than CK?
It was. So now I'm thinking that is it certain markets that they're using these numbers? Because if it's the same certain markets, Free Mind is a big song in the US.
Free Mind is a big song in the US, like without a doubt. Like,
it's a big song in the US. Yeah. CK was a big song
in
Europe. So it's like, which market are they using?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, because they don't drop any like number, so you don't know. And again, they didn't tell us how they didn't tell us like criteria. Anyways, shout out to them. So those are the top Nigerian songs on Apple Music. Top Nigerian albums on Apple Music. 10 to 1 again. 10 Boy Alone Malay. 9 Walkabout Ashake. 8 Timeless Davido. 7 Mr. Money with the Vibe Ashake. 6 Twice as Tall Burner. 5 I Told Them Burner. 4 for Broken Ears Tems. 3 African Giant Burner. 2 Love Damini Burner. 1 Made in Lagos by Wizkid. Just like it's a Burner Boy quad what's it? Quadfecta.
Trifecta.
The Burner Boy Quadfecta here because 4 albums that Burner top was crazy, man. Crazy.
Yo, man, the material and exactly like I want to say that's perfect timing because he dropped the material and he dropped the materials in a perfect time where like everything aligned.
Yeah, that's an album artist too, you know, like so.
Yeah, so you know, work your magic in the period where there's so many eyes on you, there's so many people like listening to your music. Didn't stop, just constantly hitting and tours and festivals and everything. Like in that 4 years span, bro. And the same thing, like I can see that's why Ashake's albums are here because it's like the same thing. Hit the album, the next year dropped another album. The next year, like you got to keep working exactly when everybody is and all the eyes are on you. So shout out to those two artists because they know how to work.
Shout out. Yeah, let's move on to they have the top Nigerian artists with the highest Shazam count. And surprise, CK is here at number 5, Davido at number 4, Rema number 3, Burna number 2, and Wiz number 1. I wonder what songs they Shazam and these guys like. You just
CK, of course, clearly we know what CK songs.
Of course, yeah.
Rema will clearly be calm down.
I think Davido will be unavailable. I think.
Yeah, there's a possibility that will be unavailable, and Burna would be anything from last to
Burna will be last
or Ye.
Yeah, last or Ye, yes.
Last or Ye.
I don't know about Wiz though.
Essence. It'll be Essence because that's when the whites, you know, like hey, that's when white America was like, what is that? What is this song? So
I heard it at the barbecue.
That's pretty much it.
Okay, that's it for Apple Music. No news this week. I was just seeing a bunch of Grammys this day flying around. I'm not sure if I should believe them or not. All this one has submitted song for the Grammy, submitted this one, submitted that one. I won't know for sure until Grammys release the nomination list. I will come here and dissect it and argue who should have won what and who shouldn't have won what.
All I'm going to say is that first Tobe Wigwe has submitted his album to and I think for Grammys, which I still believe that's my favorite album.
That's favorite album, yeah.
That's been dropped this year. That's my favorite album. I don't know how to explain it to anybody, but it's just like that's my favorite album. Like he got the very
I should go back to it.
He got the mix right where what Kanye be doing, trying to do like church choirs and all that.
Yeah.
Like the crossroad of it is perfect. All the features, everything's perfect. Everything's perfect. But I would never have imagined, which is kind of like a twist with like it's a song on the album, but I would never imagine that an album or a feature we're doing with Black
it was submitted.
No, who will possibly be Grammy, will possibly win a Grammy because I'm telling you that's the song. So hey, hopefully it does it, and I can like, yo man,
we are going to. In fact, the hip hop debates on. The hero debates and the capital letter tweets from this boy.
I can't wait.
I got to hear.
I can't wait. Shout out
to Word Black and his caps tweets. New songs, but report reaching us is that Show said he didn't listen to any song this week. So I have to tell you, and you have to take my word for it.
I was not gonna saw my ears. Trust me. I didn't want to go there. First, I'll go there later. Okay. I can definitely tell you that I had the Nasboi and MI because it was on my feed. Yeah. Exactly, it was on my feed. I saw the Vector one. I also saw, who else did he feature? Dremo. I saw that. I saw those clips. Yeah, I saw those clips. So yeah. I heard that. I see what they're trying to do with that, but hey.
Okay. I guess I listened to them. Just 4 songs that I listened to anyway that I put on the list. And it's Good Feelings by Coldplay and Ayra Starr. Big features doesn't surprise us anymore. I haven't heard the entire Coldplay album, but this one sounds like summer 2016, 17. You know those Calvin Harris, when they were like Justin Bieber, those DJ summer that was really popular. Yeah. So it's a good song, but I don't know. To me, the timing is just off. And I think I started just had like maybe 3 or 4 lines. So I don't know. I mean, I heard it. I didn't feel like going back to it. So maybe when I listen to the Coldplay album and it plays well, then maybe. But as a single or as just the like standout track, it wasn't giving too much. Yeah, we're just giving like, this is old school summer vibes. Anyways, let's move on to
I was gonna say like shout out again. Shout out to Ayra on the album. Of course, also Burners on the album. And then it's sort of like, I remember there was a time, like I keep saying when everybody's always talking about like how big Afrobeat is now. Mm-hmm. It's like I remember a time where it was like a rap artist would have an album and there would be like a reggae feature. So they'd be like Sean Paul, Elephant Man. And there was another time where they would have an album and it would be like a reggaeton artist.
Yes.
And now it's just like, now I feel like
when
you're submitting your album, they'll be like, "Hey, so where's the Afrobeat feature?
The Afrobeat feature, man, my nigga.
Where's the Afrobeat feature, man? That's what kids are listening to, man. You gotta go get your Afrobeat feature." And I just feel like we're the ones now that, hey, look, you need to be on this album. You need an Afrobeat artist on this album in order for your music to translate. So shout out to all that. Now, this is your time, man. You have to put yourself out there. Drop these albums, make your rounds, Don't be tweeting from your house in your villages and say, hey, yo, man. Hey, yo, man, why are my fans not listening to my album? Go out there. Let people see your faces. You know what my rant is about, so.
I know who you are something.
I don't know who you are something. But then again, I always want to say that, like, so the 3 big artists of the year, or put it like that, Chris Brown, Justin Timberlake, Usher, all dropped their albums. Each album has an Afrobeat artist. Davido with Chris, Fireboy with Justin, Burna and Fields with Usher, and now we have Ayra Starr and Usher again. I say Ayra Starr and Burna on Coldplay album. So yeah, man, Afrobeat artist, this is it. This is what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. All right.
Keep doing what you're doing. Hopefully, this genre doesn't die anytime soon. Because a lot of people have. I'm seeing a lot of people. Because we went I don't want to say peak, but we were so great last year that this year doesn't really feel like it's Afrobeat. So we've dipped a bit. So a lot of people are like, oh, is this
how we dipped a bit when the quality of the albums and the music that come out this year is so good.
People, once we don't have calm down, or we don't have that song that's on the charts again. Like people always complain.
Bro, but the artists are like dropping quality music and like
quality music
big. They're more visible than before.
It's even transcending like the whole night, and it's getting on like proper R&B charts on radio in America. I mean, what else do you want?
Man, what more do you want, man?
Anyways, Habibo by Kaestyle. I think this is one of those songs that, the more I hear it, the more I would like it. I guess, but I'm not going to. It's not like my cup of tea, but it just feels like all those catchy tunes that once this case, what do you call them? Is it key card people do their thing and activate like radio and all this stuff? You eventually just be like, okay, I like this song. Habibo Freestyle by Blaqbonez. I think I have a confession. The amount of Blaqbonez songs I like in this world is no more than 5. I can count everything.
What?
Don't worry. It's my ears. I know the guy can rap, but I don't know. I don't know if it's. I'll just say it's not just for me. So this one is obviously me. It's on me. It's my ear. My ears.
So it might be on you because I think Blaqbonez is an album artist as well. I think he does something right when he curates his album or releases his album.
Like I don't get the like I haven't heard any Blaqbonez now. Like, you know what? This is my top 10 album of the year, and I want to go back to it. Or I just want to randomly open my Apple Music and I'm bored. I'm like, oh, okay, I've listened to Jay-Z. I've listened to Heis. I've listened to see Blaqbonez. Let me click it. Like, so I don't know. It just doesn't.
Really, I don't know, man. I think he does his albums well. I think he he arranges his album well. I'm not gonna say he doesn't have like a crazy big song or songs that you die for. But I think when I listen to his albums, they're cohesive enough.
Just me, Sha. Just me.
Okay, maybe it's just you, man.
Anyways, you said it. Hunger Games. The last song we listened to. I like the snippet. I like the song from the snippets. I thought it was going to be on the album, but it wasn't. So this is what I don't understand. So now he has to promote this song that wasn't on the album. Now
then he has the album out already.
He has the album out. He has to promote some songs on the album with Chike. So I'm like, sometimes I'm like, do you what? Like, who am I? Like, what's the plan about this one now? What does he really one song? I know, okay, this song was going to come out October 1st. My album just came out like 2 weeks before, and now I'm promoting this song, and this song is not translating. So the numbers don't even translate back to the album. It's just be like a solo. So I don't know,
just
man.
Solo, man. Yeah. Who's advising this? Who's advising?
You guys come on hire us. Let's give you solid musical and A&R advice, on how to do this thing.
Oh my God.
Yeah, those are the new songs we listen to. Albums, I've shown it over to you. Since let me use that one to drink water. Phyno's full-time job album. Over to you. Take it away.
Okay, so yes, we're going to start with Phyno, but I feel like it's important to understand and important to know and point out that there comes a time. I'm doing like a Marvel intro for a movie. So there comes a time when the stars align.
Yeah.
And the timelines converge at a certain point in the multiverse. Dun, dun, dun. And this is that one time. Because one, we have a veteran act who's been, I want to say, more than 15 years in the game. I'm just putting a number out there. Like 10 years out there.
About a couple of years.
It's more than a couple of years in the game. In the game. Dropping such a pleasing album with the times. Right? Sticking to his guns, sticking to what he knows and does best. Right? Infusing his hip-hop, his raps, collaborations that don't seem forced. Everything just sounds right. Again, starting off and rolling with his main dog, Major Banks. Phyno's album is hot shit. And this album is part of my albums of the year. I don't know how we're going to do this album of the year thing.
No, I thought you said Phyno's album is hot shit. I thought you were like, eh?
No. Like, it's dope shit. Okay, sorry. I use my words there. Dope shit, hot shit, whatever you want to call it. But yes, this album is in my album of the year category. Because I'm just putting it like this. We've seen all these veteran acts try and drop albums, after a while, and they just sound funny. They sound kind of out of date, out of place. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to like jump with the times. But man, this Phyno's album is banging, top to bottom. Every single thing on this album, I couldn't stop listening to. You remember how like we talked about like the Time of Our Life song, and I was like, oh, his flow is not. Man, on the album, everything sounds correct. I don't know what Major Banks put on It's Nothing. That intro, that sample, everything just hits. Of course, Phyno and his Road Dogg Flavor, Men Don't Show Face on track 8. I have so many. This is my favorite song on this album.
Yes, so many,
Troublemaker right now. Troublemaker is the jam. Then of course you have Pinterest with NSG. That's also a dope song. Sweet Karma. Do I mix the remix with Burner Mix the album? Also a dope song. So yeah, man, top to bottom, 1 to 15. This is a dope ass album. Shout out to Phyno, man. Shout out to Phyno. Of course, hey. Can't forget the song with Fave, Deep. That's how you use a Fave feature. Yeah. It is excellent. Man, shout out to Fave as well, man. So yeah, that's my review for this album, man.
Yeah, shout out to Phyno, like you said. I think I've already said that in my reviews to mirror yours. I totally like the album. I was so from track 1. Major Banks killed the beats. Great way to start an album. The international collaborations with Chip and Adiwi, they didn't feel too forced. Of course, I love the track with Fave. Men Don't Show with Flavor. You just see the track list and you already picture how it sounds, and it sounded just
exactly.
How it's supposed to sound in my head. I feel like if you do it as a single. They also gave Hush Puppy commissary money from royalties after scamming the whole of America.
I forgot to say that, man. The Hush Puppy skits. Yo, bro.
That was so
Run
funny.
your
But
race.
It was like a motivation. I was like,
bro, you had to tell you, man. Tell you he's locked up. Run your race, my guys. Run your race. Hush Puppy giving out advice now, man. Yo, bro. That's when you know things are hard.
But I feel like my only reservations are, I think I enjoy Phyno's music when he's rapping. There's no in between for me. When he's singing, like, I mean, the songs are good. All this Father and all these other type of songs that he had on this album too are good. But I just like Phyno. I just love hearing him rap. So I think with this album, I kind of like just skipped the singing songs, kept the rap songs. So I have a very, very good Phyno album to come back to. I think overall, if you're here for either the bars or the beats or the singing or whatever, there's something for everyone on this album. Like you said, with a couple of push here and there, and I think he has started promoting it well. This album too might just enter album of the year conversation, man. I love it.
Again, I understand why he does the singy because at the end of the day, you know who listens to rap music, and you also know that to translate into the music that plays at the weddings and music that plays on radio and music that every other person can listen to. He has to do those music, and I just still love that he still raps and still like has those crazy hip hop beats.
Yeah,
doesn't delve down.
I like we always say from track 1, you already know.
You already know if he goes sweet. You don't know if he goes sweet.
I was like, you know what? This is. I just had to do that like best album since NGNG, and I still stand by it. I still stand by it.
Yo, bro. Like, no, man. That intro, once that beat just comes in, I'm like, we're ready. So yeah, man. Yeah. Shout out to Phyno, man.
Yeah, shout out. Let's move on to Minz by Any Means by Minz. All right.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
I was not gonna play this album.
Because once I play Phyno.
No, because once I pressed the album and I saw War on the track list, I was like, what?
Yeah. Like from 2 years ago.
2 years ago, like what is this song doing on the album? We kind of mentioned that because that's how we, kind of reviewed Oxlade's album, and I was like, I didn't like that, that song was still there. Yeah. So I was like, what's this thing doing on this album? I was ready, like, I'm not gonna like this.
But it played so well on the audio. Anyways,
I apologize, Minz. I apologize. My hands are in the air. I apologize, and I'll say I'm never going to do this again.
Yeah.
This album, I'm gonna jump out the window and say this. This is my statement, and I stand by it. This album is a top 10 debut album.
Bro.
Ever. This album is a top 10 debut album. I'm gonna say it again in case you thought I was stuttering. This album is a top 10 debut album. Means that's it.
Bro, it's been a long time coming for him. I remember picking him in 2017 as one of like the next to blow. When I heard his song, there was something like that. I used to do like reviews and all these things back then. So I just picked out like, this guy has to blow. But I think he had like label issues that didn't really allow him shine like that. He also had one of the best songs 2022 in War. Like you said, I thought we were going to get an album like the next year, but 2 years in between. The album is finally here. Like you said, solid debut. What I like is the versatility. It just shows on like different styles, and I'm like, guy, what's going on?
Yo, man, I think like there's so many. Oh, this is my favorite song. And again, we keep saying this, we keep knocking this on the head. If you start off with a dope ass intro, 9 times out of 10, your album is. Bro, 9 times out of 10, your album is taking it away. Like, and
that intro was
Revelations.
Yeah, you can hardly go wrong with opening your album with like soulful, introspective, and the way where they placed War sounded so like it sounded fresh.
Because it just came out of Shadow, and Shadow is like a song that
I love Shadow. They placed it like on the bottom, like all these like bonus, and it would have really sound. But when they placed it was perfectly placed, and the song just sounded like it was a new song. And I'm like, okay, yeah.
I was just gonna say that it sounded like a brand new song to me, like because after Shadow just comes in, it kicks it, and after that there's the WAP song with Davido, and I'm like, and then Ja kicks in at 5. Ooh, my goodness, this we're not letting up. Like this is, man. Remember, like this is M2M. This is Mr. Money with the Vibes. Kind of just track after track.
Yeah,
it's flawless, man. To me, I think that this is. I wish him great career so I could say, man, this is how I started.
Yeah,
because this album can't let this album get lost in the sauce.
I'm with you on that. I think overall it's like a solid body of work. I love the fact that he was adapting to different sounds, but you could like tell this is who I am. I feel like with 1 or 2 features next year, like if people start talking about this album, people are like, okay, who's this guy? Then he has like maybe another big feature with Davido, another big feature on a single. I feel like it's going to be in that mainstream media talk, and people are going to be like, oh, okay, we have another contender for artists, like new artists and all this kind of thing. So yeah, shout out Minz, man.
Shout out to him, man. I think he's with Empower.
Yeah, Empower now. Yeah.
So hey, Mr. Easy, let's do this.
Do what you gotta do.
Do what you gotta do, man. Push out boy. So let's let everybody hear this album. This album cannot be missed, man. It's a dope ass album.
Can't be missed. That's by any means by Minz. And with that, let's move on to turntable chats. Not much changes here and there. The changes are not much. Number 10, Stronger by Young John, that's coming down. Higher by Burna Boy is at number 9. Ishelua by Fireboy is at number 8. My Dealer remix, Kaestyle and Kiss Daniel is at number 7. Awolowo by Phyno is going up. Favorite Girl, Dapo Rema, number 5. Number 4, Moving by Omale. Coming up this week, Active, Asake and Travis Scott. MMS, Asake and Wizkid staying at number 2. Number 1 last week, I think for 3 weeks now, Juju Smalley and Odumodu Black is number 1 song for this week's player. You play with Davido. You have 5. You have your 5.
I got 5s, man. All based off of just listening to this Minz album. That shoot. I was just like, when last have we got a debut album like this? What are the great debut albums? Now I remember we had a list back in our SYBT days. This kind of changes a bit. This is just my personal one. So like I took out some, though in the top 5. Honorable mentions to the guys that I took out. I took out the I took out Two Baba, Two Faces, Grace album, and I took out Asha album. So those are the two albums I
Wow,
took out. So
wow, they're
hey,
going to come for
hey.
you and strangle you and cut your head off. But continue.
Those are the two albums I took out. But these were also on the top 10. So I just had to slip in this one into the top 5. So
Okay.
at number 5, Ashake's Mr. Money with the Vibe. Please, there is no how this cannot be a number 5. There's no how this cannot be a top 5. With the way his career has kicked off, Asha deserves to be in top 5. And this album was flawless.
Okay.
Oh, I said Ashake. I said Asha. Sorry. Ashake deserves to be in top 5. So Mr. Money with the Vibe at number 5. At number 4, Mr. Incredible, still there. Let's talk about it. Still one of the, if not the best Nigerian hip hop albums. Say, shout out to Moon. At number 3, at number 3, yes, he might be what he is online right now, and we're just looking at him like, ugh. But still, when he dropped, everybody said he was going to be a star, and he delivered with Superstar. That's Wizkid. 3. At number 2, whatever his career is, yes, he did the 10-year anniversary or whatever of the album or whatever it is. But when D'banj came out,
I remember that debut.
Nothing like it. I would say this is the start of the Afrobeats, to the monster that it is. This is the genesis. So I would put, D'banj at number 2. And at number 1, and will always be number 1. And there will be none before it. It's 2 steps ahead of everybody else. So everybody can be starting from number 3, but it has 2 steps. one and 2. Is Mushin and Mohit by One Day Cole. They'll still be my number 1. So yeah, that's it. That's the list.
Nobody be like One Day Cole. Nobody. Yeah, man. Not a bad list. I say it. No arguments there. It's at the end of the day, I think it will come down to preference because there's so many stellar debut albums, and you can always argue for what they did and the time it came out. So let's move on to Eliminate, which is also all on you this week. So what you got?
So Eliminate this week is on. I just had to put on my red cap. I stuck a feather in it. So I'm taking it all the way to the east this time.
Wear your Gucci shoes.
white hanky,
pointed Gucci shoes with diamond studs.
Gucci shoes, bro. Gucci flip flops. Okay, so I'm out here in the east and I'm rocking with Phyno. Again, great body album. Like, this album is dope. Great body of work. And so I listened to him. I'm like, hey man, Phyno is always on these features. What are the top 8 best Phyno features? We're gonna put them up against each other, and you're gonna have to pick number 1.
All right, let's go.
All right, so we're gonna start off with Phyno on MI's up in the club with the bullion van.
Oh, that was a solid jam. I remember
Bullion Van versus
getting a lot of flack for that song because it was like commercial and
bro,
hip hop heads ain't forget. We
bro, like that album, Chairman album.
Yeah.
Chairman album was literally 4 years ahead of his time.
Bro.
4 years ahead of his time. Because I can't just imagine if that album was playing in like 2009 when everybody was listening to Afrobeats, like looking for Afrobeats.
Better songs.
That album, yo, I'm telling you. But anyways, man, shout out to him for that. So Bullion Van coming against Ill Bliss, Mr. I Can Pick All the Great Beats.
Yeah.
Mr. I Can Pick All the Great Beats, Ill Bliss, Bank Alerts remix.
Ooh. True money.
It had Ice Prince, it had Eva, so it was just fully rappers, man.
I don't know, man.
It was just right there in that pocket.
And I think we're gonna have the same theme too. I think
exactly. That's why I put it, man. The theme. Bank Alerts,
I I think I'll just go for Bullion Van because I'm just that song when that song came out for me was too infectious.
Yeah. Oh, Bank of what? Oh man. Damn. Okay.
Yeah, Bullion Van. Let me go Bullion Van. Let me go Bullion Van.
Okay, Bullion Van. All right, no problem. Now we're going on to the next round. We have this two dope ass tracks. I'll put it like this: 2 dope ass tracks. Is Runtown's Amarachi. Versace. Amarachi. Going up against Killing with the Flow, Killing with the Bit. Money and good with the gun. Let's see me from Karashika. Featuring
I don't know. Let me go Karashika. Let me just go with Karashika.
Amarachi. Yo, bro. You're killing me with this picks.
And the remixes Karashika had and all those kind of things. I think Karashika was...
Yeah. Okay. We gotta get that. All right, so next round, it is funny enough that she's not had like a career that had lasted this long, but whatever. When this one song came out, it was a perfect feature. We thought it was gonna snowball into a new album, but it never came out. Is Mo Cheddar with Destiny Numbary.
I like that song. I remember that song. It was supposed to be like a comeback too. Like it was supposed to be like a comeback single, but I don't know.
That's what was fire.
Yeah, just like
Phyno just had that. Phyno launched the album because it launched the song, came in those bars and okay, so that's that song. Of course, with his henchman, his number one guy, Flavor. They've done a whole lot of songs, but I picked Doings with Flavor. So,
I'll just go with one with Flavor because you can't miss Phyno and Flavor.
Destiny Numbary? Oh, bro. I don't understand these picks.
Sorry, Mo Cheddar.
I don't understand these picks, man. I don't get this. All right, so now, next round, we're going with just him and his main guy. Speaking of main guy, so there was a tweet someone put on Twitter, I don't know, maybe like a couple of days ago, and they were like, who's a better rapper? Olamide versus Phyno. And Phyno was like, hey, y'all just stop right here. The fact that Phyno want to say, y'all just stop right here. Don't put me up against my guy. Y'all stop all that great shit that you guys
have done. But,
bro, like, they can be your fans, but man, you gotta shut that shit down. Like, yo, stop that nonsense. But hey, as like I said, stand-up is weird. Anyways, so Olamide, Bado, and Phyno have a million songs together.
Yeah.
So we had to pick 2, go up against each other. Okay. And I'm going with from the Baddest Guy Ever Leave It album, Dope Money. Dope Money. Right? Dope Money versus Who You Whip. Who You Whip. No. Who You Whip. We one day cool. Sometimes.
I know Dope Money is bigger and better and all these things and you get that problem, but see that Who You Whip. I love that song with all my heart. When that one they go parts enter, I'm like, God, what kind of Who You Whip? Who You Whip is for me, man. That's bro. This is a bias speak. Totally, I agree.
Look, man, I'm telling you something. I promise you something. If one day sits with a proper producer, A&R, I promise you.
What do you do?
You'll have the best album.
What do you suggest you can sit with like this in this
Look, I'm telling you that he just needs to cut away from the yes man and just go listen to just one person. Like one person just, hey, look, bro, these are the producers you need to work with on this album. And let's just go to work. Like, I'm telling you. That's all he needs, man. But anyways, Who You Have makes it in the next round. Yeah. All right, so with that being said, we're going to go rap versus rap. Bullion Van with MI and Runtown versus Who You Whip. Who You Whip.
Nah, like you said, man, just imagine that song came out like 2-3 years ago. Jesus Christ.
Bro. How the song even starts? It's how it starts, like that little intro, just that's why you know the song. Okay, we keep saying it, man. Okay. Next Emmys, Karashika with Files. Chi-Girl was also on this song. If you can forget. Chi-Girl versus Doings with Flavor.
Karashika for me. Karashika makes it to the next round.
Okay. So, rap all the way to the end. I can't believe that,
I told you that don't make sense.
They make it to the end, but hey, it's all right.
It's Phyno rapping for me, man. If Phyno can rap, I'm sold.
Okay, so Bullion Van versus Karashika for the dope Mr. Dope features Phyno.
Becky Sika versus Bullion Van. I think I'll just go with Bullion Van. Let me just be consistent.
Hey, my goodness.
Bullion Van as the ultimate feature on this week's Bullion Van it is.
Hey, bro. Yeah, so that's it, man. That's the winner for today.
Yeah, but
check out the Phyno album. Check out the Minz album. You gotta let them know this.
No doubt. Check out the Phyno album. Check out the Minz album. Check out the songs this week. We'll be back next week. Thank you guys for listening to this episode of Afrobeats Weekly. We hope you enjoyed it. New episode drop every single Monday. Emphasis on single now. You can subscribe to the podcast on Apple, Google, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast from. We'd love to hear from you. Use the hashtag Afrobeats Weekly. Leave us comments. Speaking of people that tweet at us, shout out you, Small comment. It's always like engaging. So shout out. I hope you got to this part of the episode before we shouted you out.
Yo, man, shout out, man. Shout out.
Leave us comments, suggestions, send emails to family at AfrobeatsPod. Also, don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram on at AfrobeatsPod, and we'll catch you in the next episode. Peace out, people. Peace out.
Peace.